Here we have Rhea, Brian, myself, Martina, and Taylen is for now hiding. Oh, he may be peeking through and maybe not. But thank you for joining us. This is not going to be a live presentation, but we will be posting this recording on Facebook and on YouTube as we normally do on a weekly basis. And today, Rhea, I don't know your last name. We just met at the public market here in Leduc. And Rhea, I asked her if she would be willing to teach us some basics on diamond art and about tools, necessary tools, helpful tools. And she said yes. So here we are. And so this is going to be Rhea talking to us, and we will, I believe we were going to do some work as she's teaching us. And take it away, Rhea.
All right. So I like to start off with saying diamond painting to me is like kind of like a color by number, but like with little resin beads. I personally find it relaxing. Some people don't. But yeah. So the one that we have here that I kind of started already, that I brought over, that I already started working on, is a little bit bigger than I would suggest anybody starting out with. I've been doing diamond painting since 2019. So I've been doing it for a while. And what I show you today is just how I personally do things. It doesn't mean that you have to follow what I do. Everybody will have and find their own way of doing things. So, with that said, all your diamond painting kits come with everything that you need to do the diamond painting. So it always comes with all your little beads, which would be packaged into little packages. I should have brought a brand new one to show you guys that.
One.
Oh, you do hope? Mm-hmm. Okay. But it comes with all the beads that you need. It comes with usually a little green boat. It comes with a pen. And it comes with usually a square thing of glue. I have a round one. But so it'll come in looking, your beads will come in looking something like this. And they will all be numbered. They will all be, oh, this one in particular doesn't actually have, oh, there it is. So it'll have your numbers, which correspond with the legend that's on the diamond painting. I don't know if you want to take a picture of this legend just so that they kind of.
Certainly can.
Just so that they.
Well, how about I move the computer a bit so we can see.
Right here. I don't know if you can see, so this.
I don't know if it's working, but I will be taking pictures and posting them in the feed.
Yeah. So we'll let her take the picture, and then I'll kind of explain a little bit more.
Yep.
Just so that they have an idea. So she's taking a picture of the legend, which she'll post. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's your beads are all usually numbered 1 to however many colors. This one particularly has 24 colors, and this one also has kind of like a specialty one, which is like these little flowers.
Oh, may I show them? Let me see. It's actually rather. It's an actual flower. It's cute.
Yeah. So some of them will come with these specialty ones. A lot of them don't, which is fine. But starting off, like I said, I would start off with something that's like 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters. This one here is 50 centimeters by 100 centimeters. So much more bigger than what I would suggest starting off with. Now, before we really start and get going on this, there's lots of little attachments and stuff that you can buy to do these bigger ones. So this one, you want to get that closer? It's just a little rolly wheel. And this one here is what I use to do kind of like the bigger.
It's got wax on it.
Double-sided sticky tape. Double-sided sticky tape.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah. So this one particularly is really helpful if you're doing big sections of like one color, which once we get going, you'll be able to see there's big sections of one color. Most of the time in the kits, you'll just get a pen, but some of the kits will come with a little attachment. This one here holds 4. You can buy different attachments and stuff too to help you out. There's like metal ones, like I have here. I don't know if they can see that. Because I find I like using the metal ones sometimes because I find the plastic ones that come with the kits tend to kind of wear out really quickly when you do diamond painting a lot. There's different little, like this wheel here. This one you can actually use the wax in. This one has the wax.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Not particularly my favorite one to use. I prefer the double-sided sticky tape, but everybody can play around and figure out what works for them. There's no set way in doing diamond paintings. So, I think I've kind of covered all of the basis of the tools and stuff.
Maybe the wax. Like I see your wax comes in different containers, or
well, this particular one, it depends on the kit. Like this one's from a Diamond Dots kit. So they'll send like different containers. Companies are different. So this one I got with an actual Diamond Dots one. But usually it's just a little square piece that you would get with your kit. But like I said, it comes with everything. So if it happens to not come with something, like say you're missing a color or you're missing like the wax or something like that, all you really have to do is just contact whatever company you ordered the diamond painting from and just state, hey, I'm missing this. I personally have had a few that I've had to order in colors for because I didn't get enough. Yeah, in general, when you get your diamond painting kits, they generally give you about 10% extra.
Okay.
Just in case, they're defective or, in case the count was wrong, you have that 10% extra. Sometimes you just don't get enough. I have not had any issues with the square ones because there's 2 different types. There's square drills and then there's round drills.
What is a drill? What does that mean?
So a drill is another word for the diamonds.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what they call them, is drills, is the diamonds.
And so there are square ones, because I think we've only seen round ones, right?
Yeah, round ones are the most common, but you can get square drilled ones. And if this is something that we do again, I can bring a square kit next time to kind of show you what that looks like.
Sure.
Because I haven't had one.
Okay.
So do you guys have any questions so far that I've...
Well, the only thing I was thinking of while you were talking about wax, like we had some wax that didn't work.
And it happens. Because like I said, all companies are different. They have their different things. And sometimes just the wax, it's been sitting there for a while. So sometimes it kind of loses its waxiness.
Okay, yes.
Which is completely fine. Depending on like you can order in just wax off of like Amazon or anything like that.
Right.
You can just order in the squares of wax.
Mm-hmm.
So I have come across that. But
I suppose there's one more thing I would ask as well. So for you, this is a hobby, this is a passion, but you also have taken it a step further and into a business.
Yeah. And more so like I kind of went the business wise end of it because, you know, yeah, it's a passion, it's a hobby and stuff like that. But like when you do 50 of them in a year, they kind of end up piling up, and it's like, what do I do? You can't exactly hang 50 pictures on a wall.
As much as you'd like to.
As much as you'd like to, there's generally not enough room, and then it kind of looks tacky and weird. Yeah. So yeah, I kind of made it into my own little thing where I've framed them and I take them to local markets and try and sell them. Another thing that I have done as well, because some people really, really like them, I've done commission pieces. Like this one here is actually a commission piece that I've been working on for somebody, a friend of mine. So yeah, so there's lots of like different things that you can turn it into like a little your own little business if you really wanted to.
And I was thinking that, so Taylen, he's been with me all morning, and he actually did some key tags. Taylen, would you like to show them, or would you like Rhea to show them, or me, or Brian? You can show them if you like, or I will show them. What would you like? So Taylen is a little bit shy, but this morning, he made 2 keychains, okay, for 2 very special ladies in his life. We're not going to say who they're for, but that gets me to thinking that what do you think is the age group of who can do this kind of hobby?
Well, age group, like you can there's diamond paintings that you can get that are not like a full canvas like this one. They're specialty ones. So they have like different sized ones and stuff like that, which we can go over in another video if we end up doing one. And it's just so like as long as there's like an adult sitting, I would say like even like 6, 7-year-olds could start off doing the specialty ones or even like the little ones, and just have an adult present to like help them and guide them.
Okay. Yeah. Super.
Yeah.
I think that's all the questions I have. Did you have anything, Ryan?
No, everything's good.
Okay.
All right. So, I guess if you want to, we can kind of go into how like using some of the tools and what they look like and stuff like that.
Yes, please. I will.
Of course, they've all been used.
Do you need a toothpick or something?
Yeah. Well, I have some tweezers in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's handy to have a pair of tweezers as well.
And you want the tweezers that you want are like the thin. You don't want thick tipped ones.
Okay.
You want the pointy ones. But if you don't have like tweezers, you can use a toothpick. A toothpick works as well. And I'm just gonna move closer here so that.
Please. Yes, absolutely. That helps.
I might actually start, since we have it here, I might start on this side. But so normally you wouldn't have the wax in there when you start off. But since I use multiple pens and stuff, so your tip of your pen there, I don't know if you guys can see or you will be able to see, and then your wax, you'd peel back one of the plastics, and all you do is you stick your tip of your pen into the plastic, and you'll have some of the wax, or some people call it glue too. Depends. You can call it whatever you want. Pink stuff, blue stuff. There's different colors. So you'd have your boat. Your green boat is what you would usually get in your pack, along with a pen.
See, I see. It's the background. Let me just move the background. That is definitely causing us a problem.
Oh, I can see the background now.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the green screen up the top.
None. Okay, let's see if this is better. Is this better?
I'd say it's a little better. We're not. Okay. So, your. Oh, I know why. Because the boat is green and it's.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So
yes.
it was catching on the.
Maybe these the right one or the green one?
Yeah.
Green? Okay.
Well, the green one's what I wanted to show because that's what
Yes.
usually comes in the kits.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one I'm going to use because that's what you would get. All these other ones can come in the kits depending on what company you get your diamond paintings from. There is several different types. There's big ones, there's little ones, there's you name it, they have it. You can probably find it. So I'm going to start off just with the regular pen because that's what you would normally start off with. And what I'm going to do is you can't really see, but on here I have a bunch of H's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the legend here, and I'm going to find H, which is number 17. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the number 17 because I number them. I don't number them usually by the numbers and stuff because you'll have numbers, you'll have symbols, you'll have letters, like depending on what painting you get, what company. I'm just going to pour some of the beads in the boat. We'll remove. Another thing I should mention now that it's here, I have a little piece of dryer sheet because sometimes your diamonds will get staticky. So if you want to avoid the static, you just take a little piece of a dryer sheet and stick it in your container, and it removes the static and makes them smell nice. Unless you use the scent-free ones, then they don't smell. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to shake it so that we have some kind of just separated. And then you're going to take your pen that has the wax in it, and you're just going to pick one up. Don't know if you can see that.
I'll take a picture of it. And again, I will add that.
And then all you do, I know some of this is kind of dirty, all you would do is you'd take it, you'd find, so 17 would be H, you find your H's, and you stick it on. Get a couple of them on there so that, I know that one corner is really dirty.
How do you deal with that? Do you just cut it off, or is there?
No, I can scrape it.
Oh, okay.
Like it's still technically sticky. It's just.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you can cover it up.
Yeah, you can cover up the dirt and stuff. That's not a big deal. It's just because I had this when moving and stuff. So sometimes though, when it gets the dirt on it and stuff like that, it won't be sticky.
Oh yes. Okay.
Another thing too is sometimes kits will come in and this won't be sticky. Canvas won't be sticky, which is fine. There's several ways that you can still do it. You can buy the glue to put on it to make it sticky. You can get it off of Amazon. What I do, because I find it cheaper, is I just use crazy glue.
Okay.
I just used some crazy glue
Mm-hmm.
and stick it on there, and it works. So it's just be careful if you're using crazy glue, and if you're a kid doing this, let the adults do it, because we don't want you to have your fingers sticking together. So, and now that I've gotten, I know they can't really see what I'm doing.
Okay, here we go. I think that's better. Go ahead. Now I think they can see.
Yeah. So, as there we go. So as I'm doing this, I'm just doing them one by one, which is usually how people start off with. That's how I started off with, is just doing them one by one. I did one that was 30 centimeters by 20 centimeters, and it took me a week to do.
Wow.
Just by doing it one by one.
One by one. Wow.
Yeah. So one by one, and then after you get the kind of the hang of doing it one by one, you can maybe start using attachments once you get the hang of it. So this attachment here, just look at the picture. This one here holds 3. And it's the same concept as doing the tip of the pen here. Same concept. You just stick it in. And you'll see that there is pink now on the tip of there.
Yeah, I got it that far. And after that,
Yeah. So this is
you
where
cover it up again.
yeah, it just
nice. Yes.
I mean, I do it so much I go through the glue really fast.
Mm-hmm.
But some people don't. So if you keep it covered, and you can even get, it doesn't have to be like this container, but you can find like a container to put it in.
Yeah.
To keep it, because it will dry out.
Okay.
Yeah, it will dry out. So with that, so we've got our glue in the tip of the pen. We have our little section of individual ones here. And all we would do is find a row of 3 and stick it on.
Yeah, you can see it good now.
Yeah. And then you just stick it onto the painting. And say you have like a section like this where there's not 3 together. All you do is you take the edge of it, stick it on, slide it until you have the 3.
Oh.
And away you go. So that one little attachment holds 3. Now I'm going to move on to show you the one that does 6. So same thing as before. Take your glue or your wax, whatever you want to call it. You just stick it into the bottom. So you can see.
Wow, it uses a lot of things.
Yep. But it seems like it uses a lot and stuff, but in reality, you're using this too, right?
For a long time, right?
Yeah.
It's not like
you're kind of using the same amount as you would as you see. And I slid it.
Yes.
So now there should be 6 on there. And same thing. You just stick it on. Like so.
Okay.
I'm wondering here. I know I brought some of the metal ones. So I do. Because these ones are the usual attachments that you'll get in the kits and stuff. So this one holds 9. 9. Yeah. And I'm gonna have to use a different. Okay. No, I'm gonna have to use a different. This one's a little bit tricky because I don't have a piece of wax. big enough here for it. But same concept, just fill it with the wax. And then corner, slide until you have about 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Makes it so easy.
Good thing you're learning this now before you do your big Spider-Man.
And you just, same thing.
Okay, look at that.
Push it on. So that's your usual ones, 3, 6, 9.
Mm-hmm.
Now the next one I'm going to use is my roller. So I just shook it so that I have more of the ones in line.
The single ones, right?
Yeah,
they're easy to pick up. Yeah.
Yeah, single ones, they're easy to pick up. Now this particular one, this particular pen, it's the roller. This one here I like doing with the bigger sections because it holds roughly about 35.
Wow.
Yeah. And this one you just kind of hold it, slide, and then roll.
And it
Has double-sided sticky tape on it. I think that one's falling off. So.
Wow. Oh, I want to take a picture of that close up. Okay. Yes.
And here's where it really comes in handy. Now some of them, because it's brand new tape I just put on, they won't. The tape's more sticky than the canvas. So sometimes you just got to go back over. Yeah, see, that one was a little bit harder to get off the pen. Normally I have like a step where I'll just roll it in my hand on my hand a little bit just so it's not as sticky.
Oh, okay.
And this tape is specifically designed for the
No, it's just regular double-sided sticky tape.
oh.
That one I got off of Amazon. It was like a 10-pack. And it is technically a little thicker. So normally what I'd do is I'd take kind of like scalpel scissor, utility knife. You can get like a scrapbooking scalpel, and I just kind of go and do it halfway and stuff because I happen to order a size too big.
Okay.
So
wow, look at that.
But if you're having issues with like I'm having right now with the tape being a little bit too sticky, all you do is this. And then it's less sticky. It'll still stick, the beads will still stick to it, or the diamonds will still stick to it. But they won't.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's another little tool that you can get and use. Sometimes you'll have like this usually was longer. I did cut it shorter. But you'll get like a flat tool like this in some kits that you buy. And this one you just straighten them.
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, okay, that's it.
Yeah. Just help straighten them a bit. There's another little thing that you can get. It's like a little metal thing. You can lay it on top of your thing, and it has like holes in it.
Okay.
And you just stick them into the holes, and
Oh
then
my
you pull it
goodness.
off, and it keeps them straight too.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So that's probably when you want to do something really perfect, like as a gift or as a commission piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
There's this roller, which this is like my favorite roller. I've had it since I started doing diamond painting. I've had to replace this plastic piece because these do break, unfortunately.
Okay.
But there's other rollers that you can get. If I mean, I personally don't really like these ones, but these ones here, instead of using the double-sided sticky tape, it has the wax in them. So.
Okay.
And I got these, and when my plastic piece breaks, I just take the roller out and use the plastic piece. So.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's kind of diamond painting. Easy,
Okay.
easy peasy.
All right.
Doesn't take much to do it. Another thing too, I know like a lot of people have mentioned not being able to see some of the letters and stuff like that.
Oh, yes.
One of my suggestions is to get a tracing light. Yeah, you put a tracing light underneath it, and it'll make the letters and stuff pop more.
And yeah, we actually learned about that. We don't have one yet, but I actually was using this magnifying glass.
Yeah, you can use a magnifying glass. My one brother, when he was doing them, he actually bought in yeah, that was
good one.
I mean, the one that I have is like huge.
Oh, wow.
And but yeah, any sort of tracing light will work.
Okay.
Because I used to actually have the real, typical, like they classify for this type of work. I got rid of all my diamond work. I just couldn't imagine me art again. All these beads actually stuck, and oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, your tracing light, big suggestion for people to get. I mean, you don't have to have like a really big one like mine. What I can do is I can take pictures and send it so that you can post it.
Perfect. That would be nice.
Because I have like a little art desk and stuff in my room that I'll sit and do it with.
That would be nice.
So yeah, I can send you a picture of my big tracing lights.
Okay. Is there any way we could try this wheel?
Yeah, of course.
Could we try it?
I'm assuming this is what you're referring to. My very first one, but as a kid starter.
Yeah.
It did this all our plastic.
Yeah.
Just to see if I even got the hang of it or liked it.
Yeah.
So you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got a few, but so there are some spots.
Yeah, and that's okay. You can just leave them because you can just move them as.
Okay. And well, would you mind doing that? Because I don't want to. They'll probably I'll go on crooked because I can't read properly. Okay. Taylen, would you like to try using the roller? No, Brian?
I'm good. Especially, like, yeah, or even like hesitant, like mine gets to get used to the 4 9 first.
Yeah, my suggestion would be the 3. Start with the 3.
That's the 3.
I do have one that does do 4, like right. This one right here holds 4.
Oh, okay.
And the cool thing about this is you can go at whatever angle, so you can go this way.
Okay. Yes.
Or you can go this way.
Okay.
And some of the spots is just because the canvas is not as sticky, which is fine. Or it's the wheel, the double-sided sticky tape.
Okay. So for you, it's been like 6 years that you've been doing diamond art. And have you noticed a change in how you deal with stress or how you...
It mostly, like, I do a lot of diamond paintings and stuff like that for my anxiety. I have really, like, I was diagnosed, let's see, my son is 13. So probably about 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with FASD, anxiety, and depression.
Oh dear.
So finding ways to cope with my anxiety has been an interesting kind of battle. So I pretty much myself just kind of keep myself busy to try and help cope with it. But like my friend gave me, like I said, the one diamond painting to try it out to see if I liked it. And like I said, it took me a week to do it, one by one, because that's all I had to start off with.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just kind of grew and grew, and then it's like started doing bigger ones. I started doing commission pieces for friends and family, and I ended up doing, when I first started, like I have kind of like toned off a little bit.
Oops.
But my first year that I did it, I did about 50 diamond paintings in a year.
Just because it felt so good, so relaxing.
Yeah, I would sit
really
out.
Helped you.
I would sit out on my patio, and I would just go at it for hours.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Stuff,
I thank you so much for sharing that part of your life with us and with our viewers. So appreciate that very much.
I definitely understand, because when I do it, it just totally take your mind off everything. If you're having a bad day or something's bothering you, you do this and...
And with my anxiety, sometimes I don't know what's triggering it. So it can be hard to pinpoint, why I'm anxious or why I'm panicking and stuff like that. So, you get that feeling where your chest is tightening and you can't, you're having troubles breathing and stuff like that.
Yes.
And so I'll just get this out, whip this out, and start concentrating on it, and I eventually find that it just kind of teeters off, and whatever was bothering me or triggering me is no longer an issue. So.
And both of us have tried different things, like we both paint, but this is the myself, I believe, is the best so far, other than coloring, but even painting can be a little frustrating. Whereas this, if you make a mistake, it can easily be corrected.
Yeah.
If you put the wrong bead or something without ruining the picture.
Yeah. I've been there, done that. I did it like a whole section where it was supposed to be one color and I did it in a different color. by accident, and so it's just you kind of that's another thing for this tool here. Like I said, usually it comes in it's bigger, but I actually all my spare diamonds that I have from doing them over these last few years. I started color matching them. I got a book off of Amazon, and so I color match them. I count them out, and I package them. So this little tool here is what I use. Like I just cut it so it's smaller so that I can
work with it better.
Work with it better.
Yeah,
And
it's one of the two. Like I said, that I was very surprised when I brought one home and Martina tried it, and literally every time she has a moment, that's what I find her doing.
Yep. Yeah, they're very, very fun and relaxing to do, and
there's so many out there.
And they're so pretty. There's so many different ones too. Like there's ones that have, like I mentioned before, the specialty drills. So there's different shapes, different sizes, stuff like that. The specialty ones are usually not a full canvas, so they are great for starting out with. The one that you found, that one picture that you showed me, that one's great for starting off with. Just small, simple, you know. And then you kind of like work your way up to doing like the 30 by 30s. There's 20 by 20s, so there's different ones that you can start off with. But like I said, the one that I started off with was it was a seashell one, and I think it was like 40 by 20 or something like that. Okay. And then gradually I did 30 by 30s. That was what my most I would do is 30 by 30s, and then I started getting bigger ones. I've actually done this one before and sold it to somebody.
Wow. Yeah.
And I just happened to order it again because I personally myself love Asian sceneries.
I was about to ask. It seems, yeah. Like we'd see going into a restaurant or something.
Yeah.
Type of prints.
And you got the koi fish on here and stuff like that. So I've already did this one once. So I ordered it in and stuff. I did another one that was actually bigger than this. It was 120 by 60 centimeters. Same thing, Asian scene.
Okay.
It's currently sitting at my parents' house waiting to be framed.
Do you so we put Mod Podge on ours. We learned that off a YouTube video. Do you do that as well?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. What I do is I do the Mod Podge clear gloss.
Okay.
I wouldn't use the matte. I would use the clear gloss. What I do is there's an aerosol spray to sealant.
Okay, yes.
Because I find like the Mod Podge is good to seal it, but I find it kind of makes it a little tacky. So if you spray that aerosol gloss, Mod Podge aerosol gloss, it kind of brings back that shine.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. Is there anything else you wanted us and our listeners, those who are watching, to know?
No. I mean, if your listeners want to ask me any sort of like questions or anything about it, they can go onto my Facebook page or my Instagram. It's Ava's Jewelry.
Okay. Ava's as in
Ava, AVA.
AVA. Okay.
Jewelry.
Ava's
I can
Jewelry.
send you the links to it.
Please do, and then I'll add it to the video.
Yeah, and then they can message me either on Instagram or on Facebook. So if they have any specific questions, stuff like that, they can feel free to reach out.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we will probably do this again. So thank you so much.